Hello and welcome. We are so glad you're joining us today.
Yes, hello to you, the listener. It is great to have you with us.
You are listening to a special deep dive. Our mission today is to help you practice your English listening skills.
Exactly. And we are going to do that by exploring a major international news story.
We will speak clearly and naturally, taking our time so you can comfortably follow the conversation.
Learning English through real news is, incredibly useful. It helps you learn the words people actually use in their daily lives.
So today, we're looking at some big changes in global travel. These changes happen very suddenly because of a crisis in the Middle East.
It is a big story, but we are going to walk through it together, step by step.
Right. And as we go through this story, pay attention to two key words.
Just two words to start with.
The first word is stranded. When travelers are stranded, they are stuck. They cannot leave, and they cannot go home.
That is a very stressful feeling.
It really is. The second word is airspace. This simply means the sky above a country where airplanes fly.
So when a government closes its airspace, no planes are allowed to fly in the sky at all.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this.
And when we say unpack this, we just mean we will look at the story piece by piece.
Right. First, we need to look at the facts. The big event. Recently, the United States and Israel launched military strikes in Iran.
And during those strikes, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed.
Yes. In return, Iran fired missiles.
A lot of missiles.
And these missiles went over very important travel cities like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Doha.
Millions of people travel through those cities every year.
But having missiles in the sky is too dangerous for passenger planes. So the local governments had to close their airspace.
What's fascinating here is how fast everything stopped. Airplanes had to stop flying immediately.
Just completely grounded.
Yes, big airports closed their doors. People could not travel. In this deep dive, we are going to focus on how normal people dealt with this scary event.
To understand that, let's look at a real-world example. We have the story of a woman named Kaylee Moore.
She was just trying to get home.
Right. She was on a lovely holiday. She went on a safari in Kenya to see wild animals.
Sounds like a great trip.
It was. But her holiday was over, and she was flying home to Berlin.
That is a long flight from Kenya.
It is. She stopped in Doha, which is a big city in Qatar. She was waiting for her next flight. But then the airspace closed.
So she could not leave.
Exactly. She was totally stranded. She had to go to a hotel to sleep.
And the next morning was quite a surprise for her.
A very scary surprise. She woke up, looked out her window, and actually saw missiles in the sky.
Wow.
She saw local defense systems stopping the missiles right over her hotel.
That would be so frightening to see from your bedroom window.
She knew she could not just wait there. She had to make an escape plan. Because she could not fly out of Qatar, she decided to go to Saudi Arabia.
But without airplanes, how do you get to Saudi Arabia?
By car. She found another stranded traveler and they paid a driver. They paid $1,000 for a 6-hour car ride to a city called Riyadh.
$1,000 just for a car ride? That is a lot of money.
It is.
Online, people talk about rich influencers leaving in luxury private jets. But Taylor's trip was hard.
Very hard.
It was not a luxury trip. She rode in an old Toyota car. They drove through the hot desert.
They even had to change drivers at the border.
Right. And they ate very simple food at small gas stations by the road.
When they finally got to Riyadh, the airport was open. But she had to pay another $2,000 for a British Airways flight to London.
So she spent $3,000 just to get back to Berlin.
Yes, she finally made it home.
Let's do a quick language check here. Think about our word stranded. Imagine how stressful it would be to be stranded so far from home and to pay so much money just to escape.
It shows how quickly a normal trip can become an emergency.
Absolutely.
And Kaylee was not the only one trying to find a way out. The U.S. State Department actually told Americans to leave the Middle East quickly.
That is a very serious warning.
Yes, and that news went viral.
When we say viral, we mean it spread very fast on the internet and on phones.
Because of this viral warning, many people who work in Dubai asked their bosses for help.
They needed a way out, too.
Right. A big company called Macquarie Group helped their workers. They organized cars to drive their people to safety.
For people in Dubai, there are really two main roads out by car.
Where do they go?
Well, you can drive to Saudi Arabia or you can drive to the airport in Muscat, which is a city in the country of Oman.
Okay.
The drive to Muscat takes about 5 hours.
But those roads were not easy to use. There is a man named Kareem Garbi. He helps people travel and cross borders safely.
What did he say about the roads?
Kareem said the roads are completely unpredictable. He said one day it was all open and no queue. No line of cars at all.
That sounds easy enough.
But the very next day, there were too many people. The border to Oman actually closed because of the massive crowd.
Oh, wow.
Kareem's company had to move 40 people that day. It was so crowded and chaotic that they hired bodyguards just to keep their people safe in the traffic jam.
That is intense.
So what does this all mean?
It is a good question to ask.
It means that in a real crisis, even having a lot of money or a big company behind you cannot always buy a fast ticket out. A closed border is closed for everyone.
That is very true. Money cannot fix everything. But while people were trying to drive out, life inside Dubai was very strange.
It was a very strange mix of things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Thierry Carbu. He is a tech worker from French Canada.
And he has lived in Dubai for 15 years, right?
Yes, a long time. During all this, he was just eating lunch at a beach club.
Very normal.
But then he heard loud explosions in the sky. He immediately went back to his apartment in the Burj Khalifa building.
That is a very famous, very tall building.
While he was talking to his family on the phone to say he was safe, a bomb hit an area near his building called City Walk.
That is too close.
He looked out and saw black smoke. He just said, "Okay, time to go."
He knew it was time to leave. But not everyone reacted that way.
No, they didn't. There was another person, Will Bailey. He is a 26-year-old fitness coach from Manchester.
He makes videos for the internet, an influencer.
Right. He was also at a beach club. He saw the missiles in the sky. He saw smoke coming from the famous Fairmont Hotel.
And what did he do?
He made videos with his phone for the internet. Some people liked his videos because they showed the news, but some people did not like them. They thought it was disrespectful.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, something very strange was happening.
What do you mean?
Well, in Dubai, daily life still looked normal. Beautiful hotels and beaches were open. People were having fun, swimming, and relaxing.
All while missiles lit up the night sky above them.
Exactly. Will Bailey even said many people in Dubai were not taking the danger seriously. They were acting like it was a normal holiday.
But Will admitted that he was actually shaking with fear from the loud sounds. His body knew it was dangerous.
It is so interesting how people act when they are scared. Some people run and some people try to act normal.
Now, because so many British people were scared and stranded, a big political debate started back in the UK.
Before we talk about this debate, we want to tell you, the listener, something important.
Yes.
We do not take sides in politics. We are only looking at this debate to help you practice your English and see different opinions.
That's right. So the big question in the UK was this. Should the UK government use public tax money to help British people leave Dubai?
Let's look at side A. This is the view of Ed Davey, a UK politician.
Ed Davey pointed out that many British people live in Dubai, so they do not have to pay high UK taxes.
Because Dubai has very low taxes.
Right. So Ed Davey asked a hard question. Should the government use taxpayer money to help people like washed-up old footballers?
Ah, he means retired soccer players.
Yes. He meant people who moved away just to avoid paying taxes. He feels they should pay for their own escape.
Okay, that is side A. And let's look at side B. This is the view of the UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer.
The Prime Minister said all British citizens should get help. He said it does not matter what their tax history is. A passport means the government must help.
A businessman named Duncan Bannatyne agreed. He said many people in Dubai are just on a short holiday or a business trip.
They don't live there to avoid taxes.
Exactly. He said those normal people need help too. And a TV star named Arabella Chi added her thoughts.
She was actually stuck in Dubai at the time.
Yes, and she wasn't thinking about taxes. She just said, it's such a scary time right here at the moment.
Let's pause for a quick language practice. Can you say the two sides of the debate again in very simple sentences?
Of course. Side A says, you moved away so you do not have to pay taxes, so the government should not pay to help you now.
Clear.
Side B says, you are a citizen. It does not matter about money. The government must always keep its people safe.
Very good. That makes the debate easy to understand without choosing a side.
So we have talked about a lot today.
We really have. Let's review what we learned in this deep dive.
We learned about the sudden crisis in the Middle East.
We learned how normal people, like Kaylee Moore, took long, expensive car rides across the desert just to escape.
We saw that strange mix in Dubai. Normal, fun beach life happening at the exact same time as scary explosions in the sky.
And we look at the debate over who should pay to help citizens come home.
Let's briefly remind you of the key words we practiced today. The first was stranded.
That means stuck and unable to leave.
Perfect. The second was airspace, the sky above a country where planes fly.
And our last important word was evacuation.
Evacuation is the process of moving people away from danger to a safe place.
Excellent review.
You know, this raises an important question.
Oh, I like this part. What should we be thinking about?
Well, when we travel today, we feel like the whole world is connected. It feels very easy to explore new countries.
That is true. We just get on an airplane.
But when borders suddenly close and the airspace shuts down,
Yeah.
how quickly does our big connected world start to feel very small? And how quickly do we realize just how far away from home we really are? It is something to think about the next time you see an airplane in the sky.
That is a great thought to end our lesson today. To you, our listener, thank you so much for practicing your English with us.
You did a great job following along.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep learning about the world. We will be right here for another deep dive next time. Have a wonderful day.